Hi everybody, this is Future Jess talking. I am in a new place. I'm with my parents. They moved to a new condo, so I'm moving with them obviously until I get my own place in LA. I quickly wanted to jump in and talk about obviously the issues that are happening with the reading rush. And if you don't know, because you just watch the daily vlogs or you just participate in Instagram or just in one aspect of the readathon, because I know it's very big, there's lots of aspects of it. There was an issue with their book club read. I actually knew about their book club read. I had seen someone tweet about reading it, and I knew I didn't want to read it because I didn't want to put pressure on myself to read any more than I had to, because I'm already a little bit behind on my reading stuff in general. But I just wanted to mention, yes, what the Reading Rush hosts did with the book club read. They selected Such a Fun Age by Kaylee Reed, I think is the author's name, or Keely Reed. What they did was pretty performative, and this is why. This is my opinion on it. Obviously, you don't have to agree with me, and I will put my day 6 and 7 vlogs. It's really just day 6. I didn't vlog yesterday. Day 6 vlog after this clip, so if you just want to watch that, you can skip this. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue doing the Reading Rush vlogs or anything, because I don't want them to take away the fun of this experience, because I did have a lot of fun doing this. I love doing the Reading Rush. It's such a good time, and I haven't decided because I don't want them to take away all of that, because I know the community loves it, but I know there will be more readathons, so I'm going to have it be an ongoing discussion. I'm open to the possibility. Their apology wasn't very heartfelt, but basically, if you don't know, the issue is that they picked a book for the book club read, and it's Such a Fun Age by Keely Reed. And this book is about privilege and the Black experience. And when you pick a book like that, especially after everything that's been happening, because it's still going on, protests are still going on, and those protests that have been happening peacefully for months have now been the excuse of sending out unmarked military individuals to go and harass them and assault them. It's very serious. So during that time, book Twitter kind of went off and started promoting Black booktubers, and there was a lot of growth, a lot of positivity, but then it's also sometimes just doesn't feel genuine. And that's the issue with them picking this book during this time, is that there's some really serious life consequences happening, and this book, Such a Fun Age, is about those issues, is about the privilege that some people have and others don't. And it's very serious topics. It's super topical, so it seems like they picked this book because they knew a lot of people would be interested in it, and I bet, of course, they were trying to draw attention to a good book that deserves it. But the fact that they didn't read it and they kind of giggled about it, I get the stress of hosting a readathon. I get stressed out doing just my small book club, and we only do a live show and stuff. I get the stress. I get not following through on things, but I think there should be more ownership, especially with things happening in the world. I personally, and I know a lot of people will agree with me, call out culture, I'm very hit or miss with it. I love that we are trying to progress and that we are calling each other out on the things that we are doing wrong. I don't believe we should cancel anybody, and that's why I'm thinking Reading Rush, should it be canceled, should it not? And that's why I want to have that conversation. I know a lot of people might be mad at me for saying that and be like, just cancel them. I'm always on the fence. I'm always open to new opportunities, to learning from mistakes, but the issue is that a lot of people don't learn from their mistakes, that they do a half-ass apology and they expect everything to be fine, and then when people are so upset, they don't understand, they leave Twitter, they leave YouTube, they make a lot of accusations. It's never a learning thing, and I'm holding out for the benefit of the doubt until things are resolved. I know many people, big, small booktubers, have said that they are not going to do the Reading Rush anymore, and I totally back that up. If, you know, it ends up down the line like nothing has changed, because that's the thing. If you've made a mistake, there should be a change. There should be consequences to your actions. You should follow through and do something to rectify it, you know? And not just a simple apology. Like, what are you doing to, are you gonna reread that book and actually do a live show about it? You know, like, just human stuff. Like, oh, I made a mistake, let me fix it. And And I think that's what we were missing from this community. When someone does something wrong, we say, hey, that's wrong, and the person's like, sorry, there's no change. And then there's this repetition, and then there's this upset. It's like, we're upset that you're repeating the same mistakes because it hurts our feelings to see someone laughing at a book that may mean the world to somebody. It's just owning up, ownership to your faults and trying to change, doing things to actively change it. In the readathon mistakes, there was just the two, Juneteenth insensitivity, which I would understand because they're Canadian. I totally get that. But then this on top of that, it's a sensitive time and people are very hurt, and we don't want to add to that, if that makes sense. That's my 2 cents. I'm still going to post this vlog because I worked really hard on it, and they still keep my other vlogs up because I had a really good time, and I'm not going to let anyone take that away from me, and I hope you don't let anyone take your happiness away. If you had a good reading rush and good experience, that's yours. And obviously you didn't make any, you didn't mean to participate in anything that was racist, and it wasn't racist, it was just really insensitive. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well during this time. If you were hurt during this incident, I'm sorry, and I hope that readathons in the future become just more knowledgeable, like more cautious. We are humans, we make mistakes. I know that's an excuse everyone loves, but it's more about being open to, yes, your life's online, you're publishing things online, and know that when you make the mistake eventually, you'll apologize and you'll fix it, and you'll be open to talking about it, you know? But yeah, so keep watching if you want to see day 6. It was a messy day, and just to let you know, I know I'm in Hawaii. Hurricane Douglas ended up being nothing. We didn't even get rain. That happens a lot with us, that we get a lot of warnings for hurricanes, and it ends up being okay. So that's great. It's fabulous. Yes. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. I hope it gives you something to look forward to. Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka JND, and welcome back to another video. So welcome to day 5 of the Booktube. Welcome to day 5 of the reading rush. Wow, that was special. Throwback. So you may be wondering, why is it dark out? What's happening? It is currently midnight. So it is officially Saturday, the start of Saturday. And I decided I wanted to do a 24-hour readathon. I'm really excited because I haven't done one in a really long time. For like, I don't know, the last 2 months, I've been like wanting to join, and like as soon as like 11 or 10 o'clock would approach, I'd go to bed and be like, I'll wake up early. I'll just sleep and wake up early and read. And then I would wake up at 11 in the morning and be like, don't want to read. So you know, that happens. But this time, we'll see if the reading rush pushes me for motivation. And my goal, especially for this reading vlog in particular, is to start getting better at my NetGalley reviews, or getting to them, because I have so many arcs that I need to read. I think there's literally 12 on my shelf, and like 8 of them have been like archived and like are way old, basically. But the goal is just to finish a bunch of the books. Let me dive in and show you all the titles that I want to read today. I do want to kind of read 4, and if you did watch my last video, I was reading Wondersmith. I'm gonna put that on pause just because the theme of today is arcs and NetGalley, so let's do it. And if you had been watching my other videos, this is my 4th cup of matcha, and I'm not upset at all. It's so good. Like, can you tell the green hue? Can you see it? Oh, it's so good. And tonight's snack of choice, pecans, or pecans, if you're fancy. I still haven't figured out what Adobe file I have to download to get access to this manga. I'm gonna play with that right now and see if I can fix that. But otherwise, besides reading that manga, I also want to read Saving Savannah by Tanya Bolden. Okay. And the next one I want to read is The Gravity Bus by Phil Stamper. I'm going to play around with the manga, and if not, I'm going to start with Saving Savannah. I will update you. Today will be a day where I at least get 2 more reviews on NetGalley to bump my score up. I'm currently at 44. I have 18 approved arcs, and I have sent back feedback to 8 of them. So I have 10 books to review left.
I spoke recently in my last vlog that I do also want to up my NetGalley score so I can get books, like new releases that I want to read. Like Groan's coming out very soon from Tiffany D. Jackson. Also the 25th volume of Yona of the Dawn, one of my favorite manga series. It's giving out arcs, which is so cool. I didn't know they did that, but I guess it's a much bigger manga than I thought it was. I'm so happy that series is doing so well. It's such a good series. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I finally got the manga to load on my device. So I had to download the Adobe's digital editor, and then I had to log into NetGalley on my iPad, not through like the app, the Shelf app, because it's not on my Shelf app for some reason. It's like open up the website on like a Safari page on my iPad, download it, go to my files, and then open that file through this digital editor, Adobe digital editor. And it takes a while to download, but it finally did, and I'm really excited. I'm expecting this to be another kind of smutty manga. At least I'm walking into it now knowing it. Watch it not be at all. That'd be really funny. But based off the description, it is another coming of age, coming into your sexuality story. I hope it's just fun. That's all I'm hoping for. But it's exciting because I'm going to get another book done on my NetGalley shelf. Sorry, I'm like so energized for this because it's been a long time coming that I've needed to read all these books. Busting open the pecans. I'm so bummed. It's been like 25 minutes. I've read 2 chapters of this manga. It's so boring. For such a hard manga to get my hands on, I'm surprised I'm that bored. One of the characters is really started off really homophobic. Like, he had the stereotype and the idea that like if this guy who he thought was the gay at the time was gonna hit on his friend, he's like, I'm gonna beat him up if he tries anything without his permission. It's just like, ugh. And then it's like they have one conversation, and he also says that he didn't want to associate with him because he's, you know, possibly gay. We don't even know if it's a fact at that point, but he's like, I don't want to associate with him. I don't want to be friends with him. And then one day they get stuck being friends, and he's like, dang it, or not stuck being friends, but they get stuck together studying together, and he's like, dang it, I guess I have to associate with him now. And then at the end of the day, like after hanging out once, he's like, oh, this guy's actually a good guy. And the next morning he's like, I'm learning all these new fun things about, or not fun, but I'm learning all these new things about him, and he's like a good guy. Like, I made so many assumptions about him, and it's just like, he was clearly really being homophobic, and now he's like changed his tune super fast. I don't know, it's weird. So I'm not liking this manga. It's looking to be a 2-star. It's quite boring, and it's quite difficult to read. I don't know if you could tell because my screen is so yellow, but it's only like the page doesn't cover the full, and it's very pixelated. So it's not even like I'm trying to zoom in to see it. It's small. It's like 2/3 of the page, and it's really pixelated, so it's difficult to read on top of being boring. And it's not what I need at 2 in the morning when I'm trying to be hyped. So I might pause this for a bit. I'm on chapter 3, just started chapter 3, so I believe there's 6 chapters. But yeah, that was really boring. I'm gonna take a break from that manga and start maybe The Gravity of Us, or maybe I'll start Saving Savannah. Saving Savannah is a shorter audiobook, so it might keep me more awake. We'll see. But dang, that manga is letting me down. Because at least the other manga was really cute. Like, obviously it was smutty, but that was like 2 incidents in the whole like 200-page manga. Most of it was them figuring themselves out and figuring out if they deserve love. So romantic, so cute. This right here is like, is this supposed to be progressive? Like, oh, you aren't attacking other men that you like, so I like you now. You're like nicer than I thought. Is that a compliment? Okay, I'm gonna get to reading something else, because this I was about to go lay down and go to bed. I was like giving up right there. Okay, so I'm gonna read Saving Savannah by Tanya Bolden. I think it was published in January, as I said earlier, and this is the description. Because we all about reading our description nowadays. We gotta know what we read in. Okay, so Savannah is lucky, a daughter of an upper-class African-American parents in Washington, D.C. in 1919. Interesting. I didn't know it was in a different time. She lives luxuriously with an elite education and her pick of a young man in her seat. But lately, the structure of her society, Sunday teas, pretentiousness, it felt suffocating. When she meets a young man from the working class named Lloyd, Savannah has a chance to see how the other half lives. Saddened by their situation, she is motivated to make a true difference. But suffragette lectures and socialist meetings are a radical interest for a young girl from society, and Savannah must find a way, her way, to change the world. Interesting. I didn't know it was placed in 1919. Okay. Yes, I literally wear the same sleep shirt every day because it's comfy. But let me tell you the tea, because it's currently 9:40. I was going to stay up last night. I was so excited, but literally the manga was boring me, and not to be mean, but it was just like not engaging. And then this Saving Savannah book is also boring me. I'm only 30% of the way through, and I was looking at my bed and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep because this feels like torture. So I think I got like 5-ish hours of sleep. I woke up a bit ago. I'm making coffee now. But yeah. Okay, so I've made my coffee, and I'm currently listening to Savannah. I was listening to it, or Saving Savannah. I was currently listening to it as I was doing the dishes, and then I forgot to tell you why I'm not really enjoying this book. That might help. So basically, I don't really like the protagonist. And it's funny because I'm cutting off my massive bun, but you don't need to see that. So basically, I don't like the protagonist too much. I don't think I really understand her justifications just yet. And I feel like it's implied that it's 1919. So the Spanish flu has just kind of come to an end. The end of the First World War. The suffragettes movement is still, I think, heated up. I think they have passed most of the laws for like women's rights to like vote and things like that in the workplace, but it's still like an ongoing movement. And then obviously the black people are being lynched and things like that. But she is a affluent black person, and it's interesting because I didn't really think there was that many people in 1919 who were black and affluent and who were like of color, who weren't just passing, because Savannah talks about one of her friends who is passing, so clearly I would assume then Savannah isn't. So she's very wealthy. Like she has cleaning ladies. She was complaining about the food at this banquet she had to attend because there was so much food, crabs and lobster, and she was complaining about how much food there is. I think I took some notes on my phone about other things that just rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, she was talking to her uncle about how she knows that she should be grateful for everything she has, and he's like, yeah, well, I think you still have a lot of life to live, and yeah, you need to be grateful. And she just seems so pretentious, like it's almost fake, and I don't understand why she doesn't like being wealthy just yet. Like I feel like there's very little justification. Like she started being really mean to her friend Yolanda. I get that Yolanda is not the most attentive person. Like obviously Savannah wants to like learn more about what's happening with the World War, with the people coming home who's died, the empowering movement of racial injustice. She's like trying to stay informed, and her friend Yolanda is kind of like, how about we talk about the party and like what our gatherings, and so it's clear that like Savannah kind of wants to keep to herself and stay educated. I think she wants to go to college and she wants to go to New York, but at the same time she just spends a lot of time complaining. Yolanda will come over to her house and Savannah will like ignore her and purposely go onto the balcony because she knows Yolanda is scared of heights until Yolanda leaves. Like so it's just like she's kind of being really bratty. Like she complains about her mom making her go to parties and stuff. And I get not wanting to be social, but it's like, you're a wealthy black woman in 1919 and you're complaining about all your food options and stuff. Like, it's like, it feels like a clear setup to having her fall in love with this guy who lives on the other side of the tracks, which I think was literally in the description last night. So, you know, I'm just not vibing with this character. She feels very formulaic and boring and super bratty. Like when she was talking to her uncle, she was like, I know. So bad. So yeah, not enjoyable. So it's not starting off great. I hope there's obviously going to be a change. It's very clear that she's going to learn something or grow, or I don't know, something's gonna happen. I'm going to keep reading and see what happens. I don't know if I have to change my game plan and just read Wandersmith today, because wow, this has not been a good start to my 24-hour readathon and I'm quite sad. No wonder I haven't been reading my NetGalley arcs. I gotta be more careful with what I request, for sure. She just gave the most half-hearted apology. She didn't even explain why she was acting beastly, is what she said. Sorry for acting beastly. And Yolande's over here like, best day ever. Best day ever. Does she have any qualities, this Yolande? Or is she just, you know, a caricature, like... Yo, okay, so I'm gonna take a break from this. And I am going to edit Friday's vlog. I think day 5 of the reading rush. As y'all may have seen already, not too successful of a day, but it was so fun doing reading sprints, so I hope you still watch the vlog and like it. Okay, y'all, I just uploaded my video, day 5, and I think I've decided I'm going to DNF Saving Savannah. I'm sure it will possibly get better, but I'm really just uninterested in the story. I'm 17 chapters in. I don't know how I'm gonna DNF on NetGalley. I think I'm just gonna rate it a 3-star and in my review say I DNF'd because of X, Y, and Z. Because life is just way too short to be reading books I don't like. I might even do the same with that other manga because it was just so not interesting. And I might even give that one a 2-star. I'm gonna give this one a 3-star because someone else might like Saving Savannah. I just personally thought, not for me. I don't like the protagonist. That manga though was homophobic and boring. So yeah, and I don't know why people like to do their grass cutting on Saturday, and it's Hawaii, so they've been doing it since like 8 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna post those reviews. So I've kind of accomplished my goals of doing 2 NetGalley reviews, and then I think I'm gonna start listening to The Gravity of Us, or... Okay, so I'm wrapping up the vlog. Yeah, I didn't finish Wandersmith. Oops. I wanted to read 7 books. I think I read like 4.5, which is still good. I've been in a reading slump forever, so that's better than I've done in a while. So thank Lord. But yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. And I hope this video gave you a little bit more sunshine. Bye.